Guys.
What? Tell me.
Santa is canon in JoJo.
Well, duh. I thought we all knew that by now, bro.
Alright. Santa is... Okay, so we've already established that Jesus is real, right? Like, because that's how the whole thing of the stands comes
Exactly.
from. It's like, Jesus is real.
Jesus
so
created...
And so are other saints, because it said at one point that, like, other saints, like the other saints' corpses, they still have, like, magical abilities to them.
Exactly.
And
all saints have magic abilities when they're dead.
And what
I'm
is
pretty sure.
Santa Claus' alternate name? Saint Nick.
Nick.
He's a saint.
Good old Saint Nicholas.
So you'd think, oh, he's a saint. He probably has a JoJo stand, because considering that, like, that whole JoJo stand comes from saints and Jesus and all that. So it's a reasonable assumption that Santa Claus has a stand, correct?
I mean, more people know about Santa than Jesus.
Exactly.
Like, Santa's got more power than Jesus too. He can make reindeers fly. He can make billions of toys a year.
And yeah, what's Jesus done? Walk on water that one time?
Yeah, walk on water, revive people, turn water into wine. Nothing compared to what Santa has done, bro.
Literally
and Santa does it every year.
Every single year. Like, he's way more influential than Jesus ever was. So you'd think that would also make him more powerful.
Santa isn't confined to the ideas of religion. He goes up and beyond.
It's like something that Jesus has not even gotten close to doing.
No.
So
I mean, you've probably heard of Jesus, but like, that's because, you know, we're Americans and that's our biggest religion here.
So with all that evidence, it is reasonable to assume that Santa Claus has a stand, correct? Would you agree?
I agree. Yeah.
Alright. With that knowledge, we're gonna have to figure out what his stand would be.
That's a good point.
All
that is a good point.
So we have a few major options that it could be. Either A, it's the elves or the factory itself, and he's got like a
Whoa! It's like a colony type stand.
Colony stand, yeah. So
colony
either Santa's got like a colony stand, and it's like the elves itself, which gives the elves magical properties, which like their abilities like is to create things. So like they were able to create toys.
Things at insane speed and with high quality.
Yeah, so they're able to make all the toys and spread them. Like he could build the toys, he could build the sleigh, maybe even the reindeers. It's like, granted, we're dealing with a stand that's like next level.
The reindeers were built by the elves. The stand goes so far, it can create life.
Yeah, like, because we're not dealing with, like... Well, we already have a stand that can do that. Gold Experience. So, like, we've already seen a stand that is capable of doing that. Yeah. So it's not a stretch to say that his might be able to as well.
Yeah. It would imbue some of the powers of his... or some of the other powers of his stand. Like, the magical ability to fly. And reindeers are pretty fast, so, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I think he might have to have some kind of time manipulation or something that makes things go faster, because I don't think reindeers can stop at every house in the world in one night at normal speed.
That's another idea. Santa Claus has a time manipulation stand that allows him...
It's a colony time manipulation stand.
It allows him to not only create anything, but also to manipulate time and allow him to travel around the entire world in a single day.
Yeah.
Every single
not even a single day, a night. Like, that's how that actually during winter it is longer at night.
That is true.
So he does have an advantage there.
I just found a plot hole in Christmas.
What?
The southern hemisphere is like summer right now, so like they have Christmas during summer.
I do, yeah. It's weird to think
dude.
about for a person in the northern hemisphere.
All those people in the southern hemisphere, Bro, what do you make, like, Sandmen?
I mean, most of the people in the southern hemisphere just don't get cold anyways, but, you know,
That's
they
just
don't even
whack.
get cold during winter, so... Well, right, it is their winter, though.
No, it'd be their
Like,
summer.
their seasons are swapped.
Yeah, our winter, it'd be their summer.
Yeah. Huh.
That's crazy.
It doesn't... Yeah, no.
So he'd have half the
Earth
world.
is weird, bro.
Also, what would the night encompass? Would it be like just as long as it's dark? So he could have
Yeah,
a full
that's-
24 hours. Because he starts at like one side of the world and he can just
Yeah, I
follow the
guess.
darkness. So he would have a full 24 hours.
That is true.
But his cooldown is a year. So he can only do it once a year, which would make sense. Why he doesn't do it any other time.
Yeah. It's got a limitation to where it's not too horribly powerful.
Alright, I think we're onto something here.
I think we are.
But okay, there's got to be one more, because how does he fit all of the toys into the sack?
That's true. Well, the elves can make anything, yes? They have the magical properties to make anything.
That is true.
I think they could, maybe it would take more than one elf, but I think they could make a bag with enough magic to hold every toy.
Alright, so we
Every
got
present.
the sleigh, the reindeer, how he travels,
Elf?
and how he makes them.
How he travels, his bag, his house too, really, because, like, made by elves. It probably has really good heating. Yeah.
That's the first thing that you say as soon as you walk into the North Pole. You're like, damn, this AC is on point.
Yes.
There's an entire subdivision of elves dedicated strictly to the air ducts and air conditioning. Like, they're all just
They
sitting
don't
there in
even,
their
like-
planning room, like, drawing blueprints.
Oh my god. There's like 3 dwarves that are bellowing fires.
Oh my god.
Like creating a better heat system. Every year Santa has to take time out of giving kids presents to chop down enough wood to get him through the rest of the year. Instead of just creating a better heating system.
The entirety of the North Pole factory is powered on wood. He cuts down like entire forests per year just to fuel that son of a bitch.
That's
That's
why
the
so
only-
many forests are being cut down.
That's the
Santa
only
is
reason
paying them
deforestation
good
is
money.
happening.
Exactly.
Just fucking
It's
Santa
paying
Claus.
good money for the forests to be gone.
Oh my god.
Let's get rid of Santa. All right, take back our forests. Get rid of Santa.
Take back our jungles. Let's boycott Christmas.
Oh,
Ah,
all right, but we have to know who is Mrs. Claus then. If we know who and how did Santa get to the North Pole? These are some questions.
So
we know
what's
who Santa is, what he does.
what's some Santa lore? Let's
That's a
look
good
up.
question.
No, I don't want. Alright. So according to history.com. Alright,
This
so
is a
according to
movie.
history.com, Santa Claus was a monk named Saint Nicholas sometime around 200 AD.
I see.
So
Pretty late in the things.
about 2,000 years ago.
Okay, so he's pretty old by now.
So that's also another thing. Like, it's just gotta have some kind of immortality.
It's true. He
Is
has
Santa Claus a
group of
pillarman?
elves that- Santa Claus. Oh my god, that would make sense. Santa Claus is an alien, and he brought the original stand arrow. He is
Cool.
the original stand user in the new universe.
So he brought Because, wait. Because when did Jesus exist?
It's a good question.
Jesus was around 4 BC. So Santa
so
was before Jesus. So Santa would be the original stand user.
No, you just said Jesus is 4 BC, whereas Santa is
AD.
280 80. Yeah. So Jesus is the original, at least from what we know, the original stand user in the new universe. Okay. So yeah. Jesus is older than Santa, but Santa does have a one-up on Jesus because he's not dead.
That's true. So
Unless
wait.
Santa is dead,
Okay.
and his stand is just more powerful after death.
That could be the case. Or
You don't know.
because Jesus is just one religion. What if there was another planet with a separate religion that created a god, and that god was Santa Claus? He was the god of gift giving and Christmas. But the planet that he was on died, so he migrated to a new one, the closest one with life, which was our planet. Because we know that aliens are canon in JoJo because of that dude in part 4.
Yeah, well, not necessarily the new universe, but it is. We can make the assumption that it does exist, considering we have. It is supposed to be a rewrite of part. So far, we have part 1 and 4. So it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be too far of a stretch to say that it would
there
be
are
canon.
aliens in this new universe.
So what if Santa is the god of some other universe, or some other planet, and he came to Earth,
Yeah.
and now he's got like the same powers as Jesus? What if the stands and like the holy corpse and the saint's corpse parts is actually just part of like a massive multiversal power, and the ones that are able to tap into it are those that everyone believes in more? Which is why religious symbols are able to gain more
Are
power.
so powerful and are so great because they had such amazing stands. They had these parts.
So that would make
Good questions here.
and then
So that means
the alien race would have to be immortal. Because Santa Claus is immortal. He hasn't died for 2,000 years.
yes. How old was the alien from part 4?
I don't know, probably like 10.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Let's see here. Yeah,
He was 216.
So they do live at least a very long time. You know that.
Yes. So possibly. Although we do know that Santa doesn't look like his race, so it's not the same race. But we can assume, because he's already 216, it's not that far of a stretch to say that they're like biologically immortal.
Yeah, they don't. At least they don't die from old age. Their bodies keep up even after long periods of time. Really.
So if we can say that.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry to interrupt here, but according to Josuke in the Brazilian Portuguese dub, the alias for the alien from part 4 had an alias called Germany Guy. He was Germany
His name was
Guy.
Germany Guy.
That's what
Germans
he went
are
by.
aliens?
Whoa? Wait a minute. Hitler is an alien confirmed?
That would make sense. Did Hitler have a stand?
This is
Is that why he was able to
revolutionary.
take over all those countries so easily?
Hitler had a stand that helped him persuade people.
That's gonna have to be for another video.
Uh-huh.
Possibly an entire series going over historical figures.
Different historical figures having stands. Okay. Do we think Mrs. Claus
I feel like
is
Mrs. Claus
Santa?
is kind of like an unrelated thing. Because, like, she doesn't
Yeah.
seem to actually hold any kind of power herself. I mean,
It is
except for
true.
maybe, like, the immortality. But that could just be that she is one of the, like, original race that Santa Claus was.
What I think is, as you said before, Santa Claus is a god. Santa Claus had a child with one of these aliens, one of these immortal aliens. The only one that lived long enough for Santa to flee was Mrs. Claus.
So you're saying Mrs. Claus is Santa's daughter?
Yes.
I think there seems to be a few issues in that.
Well, you see, have you seen it? Most ancient civilizations and religions didn't really care if it was your daughter. I mean, the Greeks, they were writing some weird stuff when they came up with their religion.
That is a fair point.
The Egyptians too. I would assume Asian or like traditional Chinese. I think. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
Buddhism. I don't think
Buddhism is not. It doesn't have anything. It's just the reincarnation of one person. So
I'm not a cosmologist, so I wouldn't know too much about religion.
yeah. But I'm just thinking like, there are multiple religions where being married to your daughter, having a kid with your daughter was completely okay, not frowned upon.
Well, they
So
haven't
it
had a
isn't-
kid, and it isn't
Yeah,
technically
exactly.
confirmed that they're married, so that could still be a case. However you
Exactly.
want to look at it.
Her name would still
Yeah, it would
be
still be.
Mrs. Claus
No, it'd be Miss
if
Claus.
she wanted it to.
If
Yeah,
she was
Miss
not
Claus.
married.
If she wanted to take
Perhaps
her
it was-
real
it was-
father's name.
Yeah, perhaps it was just some weird translation between the alien language and
Exactly.
So that doesn't have to be incest, although it would make complete sense for there to be.
Exactly. There is not a 100% guarantee of incest, but it is a thing that could happen and would not be strange. It would be strange to us, but not to them.
So we pretty much established that Santa, yes, is definitely a stand user. Is most
Possibly
likely
a
an
god.
alien. Or a
Is-
god.
Yeah.
And or a god.
Mhm.
And his stand has multiple uses, being a
His
colony
stand is
stand,
the
being able to
colony
make
stand.
elves.
That can, yeah.
Elves are able to make anything, plus some sort
What?
of time manipulation.
I think maybe he has two stands.
That could also be the case.
We have seen this before in the series with little baseball boy from part 6, if I'm correct.
Emporio.
I don't care
It's
about
not-
his name.
It's
He's
not
little
directly
baseball boy.
stated, but it is implied that he still has the room while he also has weather reporting.
Yeah,
So
it would make
could be a
sense.
possibility. Also, if Santa Claus really is a god, there's nothing to say that he doesn't surpass those boundaries.
What is it like? Even if having two stands killed you, like it's a god.
Yeah.
I don't think. Actually, that brings up the point of: are stand errors created by these aliens or the gods of that planet?
That's gonna have to be an entirely separate video.
Yeah, think so. I think that covers everything
Yeah.
about Santa and the relevance of Santa in this new universe of JoJo's.
Yeah. That's. Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Well.
Oh shoot. There's currently a volcano forming right outside my window right now, and it's like pouring lava down, and I'm gonna like it's coming, and I'm gonna like get melted and stuff.
Oh no!
This is like gonna be.
Oh my God! Iron Man just popped out of my arcade cabinet.
Whoa!
No, Iron Man! No, Iron Man! Don't shoot me!
Love.